couple of days of Parachi left, as I think tomorrow we're getting a nice south wind to head up to Ilha Grande, and we said what are we going to do? So we're going to meet up with some friends in a place we've been before, which is that fjord. So we decided to open the sails as we're not in a rush anyway. I mean, if a sailor's in a rush, he should be a sailor. We were at an anchorage in Parachi, and we wondered what do we do on our last days, until a few friends of ours from some neighbouring boats said, hey, we're going into the Mamangua Bay, what about you? And then maybe tomorrow we can sail up north to Ilha Grande. So we said, yeah, sure, let's go. Not knowing there'd be much wind, but look at this, we've opened all 4 sails now. 3 there, and P's up there. Don't worry, she's safe, we're not going downwind. 2 dogs. And they're nicely trimmed, and I love this part. We're just sitting on the bulwark, no one at the helm, not even the string, it's just trimmed sails, and this is beautiful. I'll show you the view. I tend to use this snail thing to sit against, and then this is the view you get. You get to see 1 sail, but you're close to the helm. Over there in case you need to make some adjustments. You're on speed, right?
Yeah. Hey, I can see your feet dangling.
I'm gonna catch a fish. No, kidding. You know that's not true. We're gonna anchor without the engine. We're already arriving in our anchorage. It is downwind though, so we're gonna anchor forwards. Make sure we're just slow enough so that when we hit the end of the chain, we're slowly. We're doing 2 knots now. Drop the main sail, drop the anchor, and then later we'll tidy up the sail. The MP, you're gonna have to press that anchor down button with dedication.
Okay.
Arriving. Another 0.2 miles. You might think we're getting too close to that stranger's boat, but the thing is, they are not strangers. That's Kira Kira, a 36 feet van der Stad. Of course, as boaters ourselves, boats always catch our eyes, but the thing that catches our attention the most is the people living in them. Meet the Meadows, an Argentine family of 5 that's been living on board for 9 years now. That means that their youngest was only 1 and the twins were 5 when they moved aboard. We are loving all the stories they have to tell of this last decade, so we'll be buddy boating with them for a bit. Expect to see them along. It's now 7 a.m. We've been going for about an hour, leaving this kind of little inlet. Our final destination for today is to leave Parachi and head over to the next big island north, which is Ilha Grande. Near the engine's on, that's because we didn't have any wind and it just picked up. So we're going to open the rest of the sails. One open already. We're going to open all 4, engine off, and spend the full day just heading, 90 degrees. Until the 18th century, Ilha Grande didn't attract much attention. except from the Dutch, French and English pirates, who stopped by to stock up on fresh water, fruit and firewood. Fast forward to modern times, Ilha Grande is no longer a pirate's refuge. It is a protected paradise. In 1991, UNESCO recognized it as part of the Atlantic Forest Biosphere Reserve. It has also been named an important bird and biodiversity area by BirdLife International. We're on our last stretch. You can see the big hills in the back and then the small hill here in front. We're going to go in that little bowl over there. I'm really curious to see the other side. Sail-wise on this trip, it was quite pathetic. We were waiting for the south wind to come in and it didn't really come in until now. Motoring the last 5 miles. But it is super nice weather. It's been very flat. Unfortunately, no fish. I caught a tree. Tree trunk. But luckily the hook unbent or like open, so it didn't take the whole line with me. But I heard that Kira were right behind us because they got some more sailing in. They caught a fish, so I'm curious to see if we can maybe try some of that off the barbecue later.
I cannot believe this anchorage because it's a little bay inside another bay, so we're gonna be really protected. But there is a bank, sandbank, rock bank, right by the anchorage, so it had to have a little challenge, but I think it's gonna be worth it. Look at that. We are really about to throw our first anchor here on Ilha Grande, a place that has been on our bucket list since the day we bought the boat. It's a very special place. It's an island that's quite big, but cars are not allowed, so you can only come here by boat, usually by a transfer boat, but in our case on our own boat. So it's really cool to be here, and I cannot wait to see all the cool things this island has for us. Caves, waterfalls, lakes, crystal clear waters, diving. I don't know what else, but I'm so happy to be here. This anchorage here is called Saco do Céu, which would translate to, let's say, Bay of the Sky, Sky Bay, because it is so calm that you can see the sky just by looking at the sea, because it's so like a mirror. That's how quiet the water is, and then it's just mirroring the sky. Even during the night, they say. I want to see. Imagine seeing stars on the sea. That's how calm it should be. How cool. I don't know if I'll be able to show, but we've been carrying a seashell on our anchor all the way here. That guy's gonna be so confused when he's back in the hotel.
Okay, we're good. We're in a very tight anchorage, and I managed to push us away from the center, which means closer to the rocks and the beach. So they really want us moving around a lot, and I'm not expecting a lot of wind here anyway. So we've got a 20 kilo rock anchor that we're going to chuck out the back. Make sure we don't spin around too much. I think in the weekends this might fill up a lot, and I don't want this heavy boat causing any issues. So we're going to drop the anchor into the dinghy. I'm going to bring it all the way back, tighten it, and we should be good. And all we need to do is keep a good eye out on the weather forecast to know when we shouldn't be anchoring. It's putting us into a nice little corner. Let's see, if anything, tie a little buoy to the end of this line and drop it and pick it up another time. I think it'll be good. Look at this place. It's insane. So flat, so protected. Cool, new place, new island. Furthest north we've been with Yabá. How crazy is that? Good morning guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing epic. Guess what, we are in a new place, Ilha Grande, called Big Island, because if you look on the map it's quite big compared to any of the other small islands around it. There's many little towns plotted all the way around, but there are no roads. The only way to get from town to town is by going through a trail in the forest or a hike, or by boat. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to leave this first anchor spot which we arrived in called Bon Saco do Céu, which means kind of sky bay, and P has explained that this is because at night it is so flat over here, as you can tell, that when you look down you can see the stars at night because it's just a mirror. We're going to leave this place today to do our first exploration to a place called Ponta do Bananal, which apparently has very good diving, which our good friend Herman from Kira has just told me this morning. First things first, let's leave this place. Let's get the dinghy lifted. Let's get the anchor out of the water and head to our first new destination on this island. Look who's awake. We came to this place, I didn't know what to expect, and the first thing we saw, we're anchoring in 16 meters. And how much chain can you see?
I can see, I think at least 10 meters of chain.
Yeah, so that means from the surface like 10 meters of visibility. So what are we gonna do? Our neighbors put out their wetsuit on and a mask, and I don't know if they're gonna scrape or dive, but I think I'm gonna put a wetsuit on and a mask. Have a look over there by the rocks.
You're gonna scrape or dive?
I might dive and then scrape. I always do that. I'm like, I'm gonna scrape the hull and then I jump in, I do a dive, and then I'm too tired to scrape the hull.
Hey.
But if the free diving is good over there, if there's a lot to see, I'll come back with a fish and tell MP to get ready to put our cylinders on. How does that sound?
That sounds like a good plan.
Then you don't have to get wet for nothing.
You gonna catch a fish today?
Guys, this journey, we motored a lot, so we went along the rocks, literally where the change in depth is, the entire way, just with the trolling reel behind and nothing. So I'm going to make up, catch 3 fish for the barbecue.
Okay, today's the day?
Today is the day I'm going to catch.
The last month, Ben has said today's the day about fishing, about catching a fish, at least 20 times.
And it has
never been the day.
And we've got rotten shrimp on the roof, which fish like. So if anything, I'll chuck the fishing rod in, and rotten shrimp attracts.
If anything, we make a risotto with rotten shrimp.
Yeah, I always feel like we're not catching fish with shrimp, we're feeding the fish with shrimp. So instead of spending
all the money you spent on fishing gear and bait, we could have bought at least one huge yellowfin tuna.
That's so mean. You wait.
Look, I regret being a bully before, so I'm gonna even make space in the freezer because Ben is gonna catch his biggest fish ever today.
So I go with the big spear gun.
Is that better?
And I've got the big spear gun and I never use it because visibility is bad. But today, I'll put
Should I already put the charcoal on? Like be full on optimistic.
Empty the freezer as in empty and make the cool box empty. It's gonna be the day.
When you come back, the barbecue will be warm, waiting for your fish.
And
Yeah?
clean.
Yeah?
Damn it. Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I just thought he needed a pick-me-up, but I'm not gonna empty the freezer and I'm not gonna turn the barbecue on because I don't wanna waste charcoal. I'm being mean, I'm sorry, Lovey. It's just that you don't give me any reasons to believe it's gonna work.
I'm gonna pick the others up. You can empty the freezer already. Hardly need to go diving because we can already see everything from on top of the boat. ¿Cuál es el pez mayor que vamos a ver aquí?
El megalodon.
Megalodon. We're going to see the megalodon here.
Megalodones.
Este tiene que. We got ourselves 4 fish in total. I don't know if that's going to be it for today because we have to feed 1, 2, 5, 7 people. So let's see how this goes. I'm gonna quickly clean the hull. I can see the propeller from here even. Just give it a scrape where it needs to, and then we'll move on to the next place.
Ben just came back from their hunt. He said he had a lot of fun. And one thing that I would like to share with you, because I find it very interesting, is that there is a website that's called fishcode.com, in this case .br, because we're in Brazil. And here you can see most of the fish species that you can catch here in Brazil, and if you should eat them or not just because of your health, but also because it might be a preserved species. So you can just see here like all the fish. If you know it by name, you already look for it. If not, there are images, and then you can really like, wait, what I call looks like this or looks like that. So I know that Ben called paru. Let's go to the letter P. Here, paru enxada. And then boa pedida, which means like go for it, because you can have it, it's not protected, and also because it's tasty. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share. It was a cool fact, wasn't it?
The fish curse is over. The bad water curse is over. It is super transparent. We're just lifting up our 1 million meter anchor chain, and we're off to Blue Lagoon Bay. Just descaled, cleaned, and on the grill. So this is going to be tasty. This is filleted, and the paru, descaled, sliced, filled with lime and fish spices. I don't know, we had it in the boat, and then aluminium foil. I have a rule. Whenever you catch a fish for the first time, the species, you should not overspice it, because you need to see how it tastes like. Once you know what it tastes like, then you can start playing around with spices. Sailing to paradise destinations, finding crystal clear waters, catching our own food, that was definitely in the list of things we wanted when we signed up for Life Aboard. But in the end, it's the meals shared around the table with friends that make it all unforgettable. Don't forget to click that like button if you enjoyed this episode, and you can support us for free by subscribing to our channel to follow more of our adventures.